Hello guys, we are back. To my left we've got Matt.
Good morning.
How are we?
Not too bad, not too bad. Can't
Well,
stop winning, can we?
yeah, won every game this year. 2 clean sheets. Well, 3 clean sheets out of how many?
Yeah.
Seem to be doing really well at the minute.
Yeah, the train's going along the tracks in the right direction. And off the pitch, we're making progress as well, aren't we?
Mm.
All good noises. Brennan's staying. Big statement. So, happy days, really.
It has been. I mean, I was reading earlier it was meant to be 20 million we rejected as well, so
It's a lot of money, even by your standards, isn't it?
yeah. It is for a championship club to reject 20 million. I mean, anyone who took 20 million, they would have snapped their hand off, so proves the intent of what we want to do.
It's a tricky situation because with his contract running down, you don't want to leave it too long. You need to sign him now to a big, fat, juicy contract, which hopefully they can. I think he'll only appreciate, really. So get him tied down to a contract, keep him as long as you can, and only take really silly money. And hopefully we never need to get rid of him. We're in the Premier League. Because if we get promoted, he's the kind of guy we're going to have to buy for that kind of money. So stick with what you got and you know it works.
Yeah.
If you can.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I mean, 1 point off playoffs now. We've got Cardiff on Sunday, so we got like the last game of the bunch of the pack this time.
Yeah.
Cardiff not doing so well, so it's like, what do you think going into it?
Well, it's a must-win again, isn't it? Really, we've got to keep on winning. We're doing that at the moment, and we're keeping the pressure on the teams above us. It's still tight up there, isn't it?
Yeah,
There's teams behind us with games in hand, and if they win, you can't stop them winning the games. They'll be close to us as well. So all we can do is worry about ourselves, keep winning. This is a pivotal game, though. I think. You know, if we draws aren't such a big deal. I always think it's the victories you need. And this would be another good one to keep the pressure on a little bit because we've got some tough games coming up. And if we've got the points on the board, draws won't be bad results against the other teams around us at the top. But we've got to beat the smaller teams for sure, and hopefully knock a few of those above us on the head whilst we're at it. Because it was a shame we lost to nearly all the teams in the top six under Houghton when it kind of didn't count. We should have replays for those games, really. Yeah. Put it straight.
The one game against West Brom, it's like we could have won it, and Huddersfield we could have won it if we took our chances.
Yeah. It is what it is, isn't it? You can't go back and, you know, if we'd started the season with Cooper, I think it would be looking at top two, we'd be up there already. But next season, if not this.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully, I mean, don't this season, it's be a bonus, but then go the next season with Cooper.
Well, we've got our fixtures, like I say, we've got some tough ones. So the way the games have panned out is actually going to be okay because as long as we don't totally capitulate to everyone and it's all over. If we can keep it tight, keep in the picture, I think our last 2 or 3 games are relatively easy against kind of mid-table probable teams, which is what you want. So, you know, if we're sort of maybe 6 points outside the playoffs with 3.5 games to play, it's still there, it's still possible. And if we did creep in, we'd be the form team.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it before with Blackpool, the form team. Yeah.
But let's get the points early. What I'd like us to do is not lose many more games and beat a few of the top teams and get right into the top 6 and just be able to cement it at the end.
Yeah. Don't touch up on about Cooper because we were saying earlier about how we actually beating the lower teams. I mean, we beat Barnsley on Tuesday and Cooper Sue came away from it quite disappointed. Even though we won 3-0 and kept a clean sheet, the performance side of things, Cooper weren't too happy about. Which, I mean, for a manager to have them very high standards, you can't really moan about it. And for him to come out and say very disappointed, obviously, even fair enough, it's Barnsley. You can't really moan about having them high standards.
No, and I think you could have almost predicted it. I think it was brilliant, and he was doing the kind of right thing again. To be fair, I thought our forwards played the best they've probably played all season, really. Again, you're playing a weak team, so it's a little, you've got to take that into account. And I thought we were a bit shoddy the beginning of the second half. Half of the second half, the first half of it. I thought the first half we played pretty well. We created lots of chances. Obviously, we scored the goals. Quite a lot of people played pretty well, I think. But we didn't desperately excel. And I think there was that quarter of the game that was a little bit, lazy. But then again, I felt like they sort of knew what was coming. They knew they were going to get beaten. And we knew we were going to win, and it was just kind of going through the motions. It wasn't a competitive games like the previous ones had been, and it's good to put in a reasonable performance, despite what Cooper says after Derby, because obviously that was a massive emotional thing, and it would have been very easy to do another Charlton or something.
Yeah, I did say that before the game on Tuesday. That I felt confident, but I still have that back in my mind thinking Charlton, and when last time when we beat Derby 5-2, when we drew to all Barnsley, I had that in my back of my mind thinking, hope we don't do that again.
Yeah, well, we've done it lots and lots of times to a less spectacularly than that. But I thought it was good, and I thought it was nice that it involved Teef Kanate. And he looked promising even when he came on. He should have probably scored a goal as well. Brilliant first touch. And that's really nice, because it's nice not just for him, but for all the under-23s to see there's a pathway there. And it was a perfect opportunity. And unlike Forner, he actually got on to the pitch at the end, which was really nice, I thought. So hopefully we see a little bit more of that towards the end of the season, if we can have similar sort of games as that one.
Yeah, I mean, I read something on Twitter that Larson was in the match day squad as well on Tuesday. So
yep.
Even though he went in the 18, but he was in around the team, so they weren't just Larson. Conte came on it, they were Larson as well.
Yeah, no, well, Forner was also on standby lots of games, I understand, where he didn't quite make the cut with, I don't know, whoever it was, Catholic or whatever. But, he's a lot of them have sort of, whatever it is, the sort of anxious Friday nights when they're on the verge of being in the squad. So hopefully we'll see a few more of them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Cardiff on Sunday, they had that ball beating us quite comfortably in that second half early in the season. Their season not been the best. They're down the bottom of the table, and I always thought of Cardiff being in that top 10, top 6 sort of area of the league.
They're sort of one of those Millwall type solid championship teams that, will give you a good game and make the championship a hard place to play football. And they probably will, to be fair, despite their position in the league. I don't know what it's down to. I don't know whether they're shipping a lot of goals or they can't score them. But, it won't be an easy game, will it? It never is. I don't remember an easy one. It will be a tough game. But yeah, I'd like to think we can win it. I think we're coming off some good hard-fought wins and scoring some goals this week. Hopefully, we can build on it.
Definitely. It gives you that confidence. We kept 3 clean sheets out of 4 this season. So, this year, So it gives us that bit of confidence, and obviously that since Cook came in, keeping them clean sheets more, and obviously going forward, we seem to be scoring a couple more goals than we have been.
Yeah, which I think Cooper, when he came in, made a big impact, and then things kind of settled down a little bit, and other teams took it seriously, didn't they? And they made it harder for us to play. So the jury's still out, have we sort of progressed enough to be able to sort of have a bit more goal potential like we needed, or don't we?
Yeah.
But I'm inclined to think we are improving, and we're going to be, we become a little bit more like Fulham and start scoring those few extra goals. And the defence has always been good.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll miss Worrell now for a bit.
Yeah, with that injury, which it's a shame, but then Cook came in and looked right at him, so it's not like we're missing
No,
that thing because Cook came in and looked like he'd been here for 10 years.
yeah, I mean, Figs is decent as well, even Mbe. So we're okay for centre halves.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cook's very experienced. I mean, actually, I think it was the Derby game, one of the recent games. Though he looked a little bit shaky, didn't he? But
Yeah.
but it happens. He'd be playing for England or whatever if he never put a foot wrong. Or some of those people aren't the most reliable. But as a team, as a unit, we defend fantastically well, and the fullbacks have been attacking a lot again, haven't they?
Yeah.
That's almost the way we can judge our defence, how much our fullbacks can afford to attack.
Yeah.
So it's a bit sort of
Nottingham.
paradoxical, isn't it, really?
Yeah. I mean, nice to see Davis getting up to Marcus
Yeah.
on Tuesday, which will only build confidence for him.
Yeah, he's looked excellent, hasn't he? Everyone's been impressed by him. It was really nice he finished the goal off. It was kind of easy, but we've seen people miss them too often. Planted it, looked confident, caused some trouble all night. He's obviously not 100% fit, but he's a good player and he offers something different. And I thought it was interesting because previously he was stuck out on the left wing a bit, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But they switched now with Graben. They put Graben out wide, and that kind of worked surprisingly well.
Yeah.
And he's playing great as well. Keep scoring.
Yeah. It'd be nice to have that sort of John O'Hayward, Earnshaw Blackstock partnership again. It's with Graben and Davies. I mean, yeah, fair enough that Davies here for next season on loan, but nice to get that sort of partnership going up front.
Well, yeah, and you say that, yeah, he's meant to go back, but the impact he's making, it wouldn't be beyond the realms of imagination that we might try and sign someone like that. And he might want to join us. I think he's enjoying it so far, like the rest of them. But it was nice they shared the sort of goals around, didn't they? With Brennan creating one, scoring one, Yates getting on the score sheet, Colback playing a killer ball through. The goals were kind of nice, weren't they?
Yeah. Oh, they were, to be fair. We're like watching Brazil.
But they were proper. They were proper goals. Took someone on, got to the byline, pulled it back. Good football. We haven't seen that much of that. We never saw any of it under Hewden, but we're seeing more and more of it. And it's when the team's working, you score those kind of goals. So that's what gives me a little bit more confidence in the forwards. They're not having to produce spectacular skills or whatever, but they're working together as a unit much better, I feel.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, Cardiff got Keith Moore as well, who's we all know who is a handful. I mean, when he came, but obviously with our defence at the minute, we can't really see him doing much. I mean, I might be talking too soon. But
don't save it till Monday.
Yeah,
he's one of those guys, but we're not intimidated as much as we used to be. You defend as a team, and I think now we defend higher, sort of thing. I think previous years, under Hewden, you're playing in the final third the whole game. You're going to concede goals, aren't you, sooner or later? If you give them, attacks the best form of defence, if they're worried about you, they're not going to encamp themselves in the final third of the team and just bunging crosses all day.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
As well, it was nice to see Lou coming back this week. I mean, he got last half an hour on Tuesday, which enabled Colback to go back into midfield. Obviously, with us not having a game in midweek next week, it'd be nice to see Lou get another 90 minutes on Sunday and enabled that sort of change in midfield, which But then in a way, how would people do it? Because everyone's performing well at the minute.
Yeah, well, that's a nice problem to have, isn't it? I think everyone's lucky when they get the shirt. Really, anyone could be dropped, quite possibly. I personally think we're a lot better with Cole back in midfield. I think we really need him in the midfield. Whenever he's on the pitch in the midfield, our chance of conceding a goal reduces, and our chance of scoring a goal goes up. And Lowe was a big surprise to come back. He was only meant to just got back into training, but he came straight into the team unexpectedly. Obviously, a little bit match fit, and he had the rest. Hopefully, the weekend he starts, and you've always got the option of switching Cole back out. But yeah, he's got a difficult choice in midfield.
It's a nice feeling, and even up front, or in the attacking four.
Yeah.
I mean, you stick with that, them four, you can play grabbing up front, Davis on bench. Seeing, obviously, it's really nice to have that option up front, and that option, even if you do drop one of the Colback, Yates, Garner, or Lowe, it's having that option now. It's like we didn't have that at the start of the season, or last couple of seasons, really.
Well, and obviously Taylor's left now.
Yeah.
So Silva comes into the picture a little bit, and he looked quite lively again when he came on. So we'll see, won't we? It'd be nice to give him some kind of a chance and find out if he is any good. I mean, he missed quite an easy chance. He should have scored, but yeah, we've got options. It's when you're winning games, everything looks so much better, doesn't it? You're not looking who you want to do. Yeah, no one's talking about dumping anyone out of the team.
No, it's who's to stay in the team.
Yeah, we haven't got a scapegoat at the moment, have we?
No, which is good.
Sort that out.
Series having it moment.
There we are. Yeah.
How would you think the scoreline will be on Sunday? Because last couple of times we played at Cardiff, it will 1-0. So,
let's go for a 1-0. Let's not break a habit. I mean, you're never going to predict 4-1 or something, are you? You're always going to predict 0-0, 1-1, 2-1, 1-0 sort of thing. That's the only thing a sane person can predict, really. So let's say 1-0. But we probably deserve to win 3-0. We're unlucky, and we're all over them. But we could only score one.
Yeah. He was his fancy scoring.
Grabbing again, I guess you've got to say, haven't you?
Yeah.
Or Davis.
Yeah. Either one.
I'd like to see Davis score. How many is Grabbing up to now? I haven't kept count. He's got to get his 20.
It was on 11 for a while. I think it's on
14, so it's 13, 14, something like that.
Yeah,
well, he's going to get them now, isn't he? He's going to get his 20. He might get more than ever.
Yeah, it's been nice. I mean, it's on 13 to be precise.
13? Oh, there are. You were checking.
Yeah.
I thought you were on Tinder there for a minute.
Yeah, it's on 13, so a couple more goals, it'd be 20 goal markers again.
Yeah.
So
that's a good bet.
So, carry on.
Go on. No, there's nothing else.
I just want to say thank you for Matt for coming on.
Thanks, Dan. Let's hope they win. That's the main thing.
Yeah. So I'd like to say thank you for watching, and up the 5.